Good morning, my name is Alan Mayer. I'm a retired Anglican priest and I'm leading us through 365 Bible studies. And today we have reached day 78. This is part of the section of the Old Testament which is concerned with the covenant of Moses and the new priesthood. Today we are looking at the book of Leviticus, chapter 26, verses 27 to 30. And this is all about what happens if you defy God. I'll turn you around so that you can read the text with me. Yahweh said, "And if after all this you still want to defy me and won't obey me, then in my anger I will turn on you and increase your punishment 7 times more than before. You will be so hungry you will eat your own children. I will destroy your hilltop shrines and cut down your incense altars. I will heap your carcasses up onto the carcasses of your graven images. I will loathe you." Amongst the descendants of those who were liberated from slavery, there grew up a wish to please God by living a good and upright life, as an individual, as a family, a tribe, and a nation. In order that such a thing might be possible, the laws and regulations surrounding family and social life, the worship of God, and how the nation should be governed, multiplied out of all proportion, and with that the punishments and reparations that would be meted out to any who infringed them in any way. This increase in strictness took off first with the establishment of the priesthood and was bolstered by the centralization of the kingdom under King Solomon. It had some staying power. It survived the Babylonian exile. It was still there in the time of Jesus in the shape of the scribes and the Pharisees, and it remains there amongst conservative Orthodox Jews to this day. Leviticus chapter 26 shows us the angry God these people would have us believe in. This chapter, I'm pretty sure, was not written by Moses at all, but by strict Jewish lawyers during the exile in Babylon. Verse 36 in this chapter actually addresses these exiles. Listen, "You now in exile, I am going to scare so badly that even the sound of a leaf blowing in the wind will make you run away." Now, St. Paul, who had been brought up as a Pharisee, would have been all too aware of verses like these, but he did learn better from Jesus. He meditated on this in Romans chapter 3, if you would like to read that. The lawyers wanted to put people in the wrong with God in order to control them through their guilt and fear. They also excluded many people from God's grace because they had neither the freedom nor the ability to obey every commandment perfectly. The sick and disabled, those obliged to labour on the Sabbath, the desperately poor forced into demeaning servitude, these were amongst such a society's victims. Jesus came to show us that God's true nature is love for all, including especially sinners such as these. He came to set us free from guilt by giving us pardon and new life. Well, tomorrow we shall see how the Jewish priests who finally edited these texts wrote about the origins of their priesthood, which they put right back into the time of Moses. See you tomorrow.